Basic necessities that you need to know to catch a fish. The first step to catching a fish is to find a well-shaded area that you know that actually has fish in it. You can do this by asking your friends. The second step to catching a fish is to pick out the right lures for the right fish. I was fishing for bass, so I decided to use worms, but you can also use crankbaits, plastic frogs. Third step to catching a fish is to pick out the right rod and reel combo. You can do this by going to Dick's and just picking out a cheap rod and reel. The fourth step is tying a strong knot. This knot does not have to be fancy or anything. So for beginners, I would just tie 4 or 5 overhand knots. If you don't know how to do one, then you can look one up on YouTube, and there are lots of tutorials for it. Fifth step to catching a fish is to cast and reel. The best way to cast is to do it over the shoulder. You always want to be aware of your surroundings so you don't get snagged up. When reeling in, you should do so slowly so the fish sees it and follows it. The sixth step to catching a fish is to jig the lure up and down in a way that makes the worm look like it is struggling to swim. Fish will primarily target other animals who they know they can dominate. You want to do this all the way to the shore because a fish can bite at any moment in time. The seventh step to catching a fish is to set the hook. In order to actually hook the fish, you have to get the hook through the lip. You can do this by whipping the rod backwards when you feel a bite. The eighth and final step is to reel the fish in and land him carefully. If you have never held a fish before, then you should hold him by the lip. This fish tend to have small ridges in their mouth, so your thumb might get a little scraped up. Don't be worried, it would go away in a couple days. But once you unhook the fish, you should take a picture because you have officially caught your first fish. Congrats!